Yes.
I want you to watch these 5 seconds with me, and then we're going to talk to ChatGPT about it. You see this gentleman, why you shouldn't drink at the airport. This guy looks perfectly normal, a regular guy, and he's been approached by the police in an airport. He's talking weird, but that's not the point. The point is that he looks like a very normal guy. I want you to notice what the things that he's wearing, and notice what he's saying right now.
Okay. I'm sorry that maybe I am not like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not like the most heterosexual guy. Maybe you're super sexy to me, right? Okay.
Oh man,
You know.
you have
You
ID on
know.
you? Don't put your finger in my face. Do you have ID on?
Oh yeah, that's enough. We can stop watching this and talk to the chat about it. Okay, hi ChatGPT. I wanted to talk to you. I was just watching a video of a person that was being arrested for being very weird. But he dressed very normally. He looks like a very normal person. And at first he seems drunk, but he may have other issues. And he mentioned to the police officer, he said, slurring, he said, maybe I find you very, very sexy. Maybe I'm not the straightest guy. That came out of nowhere. So what my thought is that maybe all of us that have no problem with our sexuality, we dress to externalize the things that we feel inside. We want to be unique, we want to be noticed. But people who have a real problem with the way they look, I'm sorry, with the way they are from the inside, will do everything they can to seem bland and regular, maybe not even consciously, just to get along. What do you think about that thought?
That's an interesting observation. It's possible that people who feel a strong sense of internal conflict or insecurity might try to present themselves in a way that blends in or conforms to societal norms. This could be a subconscious attempt to mask or compensate for the inner turmoil they feel. On the other hand, those who feel more secure in their identity might express themselves more freely through their appearance, using it as a form of personal expression. Of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all explanation. People have diverse reasons for how they present themselves, and it can be influenced by a wide range of personal, social, and psychological factors. But your thought definitely touches on how external appearances can sometimes reflect internal states or coping mechanisms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I forgot to mention to the audience and to you a very important fact that this man is a straight married man. He said, at least he said so. He said, my wife is coming to pick me up. So that adds a layer. And from my experience, people that are unique looking or dress unique or even dress extreme ways of dressing, like goths or metal people, people like metal music, are very, very kind and nice and usually well adjusted people. And the freakiest people that I've met, and not in a bad way, but the people who are most extreme, they present themselves as very, very straight laced. What do you think about that?
That's a really insightful point. It's not uncommon to find that those who dress in unconventional or distinctive ways, like goth or metal fans, often have a strong sense of identity and are quite comfortable with who they are. Their outward appearance can be a form of self-expression and a way of connecting with like-minded communities. On the other hand, individuals who present themselves in a very conventional or straight-laced manner might be dealing with internal struggles or complexities that aren't visible on the surface. They might adhere to societal norms more strictly as a way to maintain a sense of control or to avoid drawing attention to their internal conflicts. It's a reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that people's outward presentation doesn't always reflect their inner reality. It's also a testament to the complexity and diversity of human experiences.
Now, what would our philosophers? I'm very, as you know, I'm talking to the viewers and listeners right now. You know, I like Jung and Nietzsche very much, and Jordan Peterson, of course, among other people. But Jungian shadow theory, and maybe some of Nietzsche stuff and existential psychology. What would they say about this?
From a Jungian perspective, the concept of the shadow is quite relevant here. Jung believed that everyone has aspects of themselves that they suppress or deny, which form the shadow. When someone tries too hard to appear normal or represses certain parts of themselves, those hidden aspects can manifest in unexpected ways, sometimes in moments of stress or intoxication, as might have been the case with the man you described. Integrating the shadow, acknowledging and accepting those hidden parts, can lead to a more balanced and authentic life. Nietzsche, with his ideas about the will to power and the importance of embracing one's true self, might suggest that conforming too rigidly to societal norms can stifle individuality and self-actualization. He might argue that true strength comes from embracing one's unique qualities and not being afraid to stand out or challenge conventional expectations. From the perspective of existential psychology, figures like Rollo May would emphasize the importance of authenticity and confronting the anxiety that comes with being true to oneself. Living authentically often means embracing the discomfort of standing out or being different, rather than hiding behind a facade of normalcy. All these perspectives highlight the value of self-awareness and the courage to live in alignment with one's true nature, rather than conforming to external expectations.
Now, obviously, I agree with everything that you said, but I'm not, at least not criticizing someone wanting to get along and wanting to fit in, because I felt like that for most of my life, and I'm sure that everybody else wants to fit in or rise up a hierarchy and have friends and be acknowledged and stuff like that. But there is a lot to be said to watch out for people who are extremely under control, as much as you distance yourself from people that are extremely out of control. Those two sides are very similar, in my opinion, and I think that is supported by a lot of philosophies.
Absolutely, and that's a nuanced point. It's not about criticizing the desire to fit in or maintain self-control, which are natural human inclinations. Instead, it's about recognizing the balance and being aware of the extremes. Both excessive repression and a lack of control can signal underlying issues that need attention. Striving for balance and self-awareness helps individuals navigate their own complexities and connect authentically with others. And you're right, many philosophies and psychological frameworks emphasize the importance of that equilibrium. It's about finding a healthy middle ground where authenticity and social harmony can coexist.
It is. I'm going to end on a critical note. It seems to me that Western societies, especially the Americans, are so preoccupied with appearances and looking normal that it really is a breeding ground for weirdness, and not in a good way. Where Germans, for example, are repressed, but they have a very long standing culture of embracing their, for example, sexual deviances and stuff like that. So that's also a point that needs to be made.
That's an interesting observation. Cultural differences definitely shape how societies handle norms, repression, and deviance. In highly individualistic cultures like the United States, there's often a strong emphasis on maintaining a certain image, which can sometimes lead to a disconnect between outward appearances and inner realities. This can create a kind of social pressure that may manifest in unusual ways when individuals can't reconcile their true selves with societal expectations. In more collectivist or structured societies like Germany, there might be different outlets or cultural mechanisms for addressing these internal conflicts, which can influence how people express or manage their inner struggles. Each societal framework has its own strengths and challenges, and understanding these cultural dynamics can provide deeper insight into human behavior and social norms.
Yeah, so let's wrap it up with hoping that everybody is able to express themselves to the best of their ability, and that people are able to accept them. And I don't want to go on a tangent about what it does to society, etc. But I think this is enough for today. No.
Well said. It's a great note to end on, encouraging everyone to express themselves authentically and fostering a society where people can be accepted for who they are. Thanks for the thoughtful conversation and looking forward to the next one.